In a world where dreams are built under blinding spotlights and broken in the silence behind closed doors, few journeys have been as dazzling and as heartbreaking as the rise and sudden fall of Tiffany Stratton. The WWE Universe watched her climb to heights, only to witness a shocking twist no one saw coming. Tonight, we explore the story that has stunned fans across the globe. Tiffany Stratton, one of WWE's brightest young stars, has announced that she is quitting professional wrestling due to devastating health issues. What led to this heartbreaking decision? How did a woman who seemed destined for superstardom find herself forced to walk away from the career she fought so hard to build? This is a story of ambition, sacrifice, and the cruel reality of life in the ring, a story you won't forget. From the moment Tiffany Stratton first stepped onto the WWE stage, it was clear she was special. With her golden hair, flawless athleticism, and undeniable charisma, she was a natural-born performer. Tiffany wasn't just another wrestler, she was a spectacle. Dubbed the center of the universe, she exuded confidence, blending the glamour of a Hollywood star with the intensity of a world-class athlete. Fans compared her to icons like Trish Stratus, Charlotte Flair, and even early-era Stephanie McMahon, but Tiffany wasn't here to follow in anyone's footsteps. She was here to blaze her own trail, and for a while, she made it look effortless. Her journey to WWE glory wasn't an overnight success. Behind the dazzling ring entrances and perfectly executed moves was a young woman who had trained relentlessly to perfect her craft. Tiffany came from a background in gymnastics and fitness, disciplines that demanded discipline, precision, and years of sacrifice. She brought that same dedication to professional wrestling, spending endless hours in the training facility, perfecting every hold, every strike, and every promo. When she finally debuted in NXT, she didn't just impress the crowd, she dominated. Within months, she captured the NXT Women's Championship, proving that her hype was no mere gimmick. Tiffany Stratton was the real deal. But with meteoric success comes relentless pressure. The WWE schedule is grueling. Hundreds of matches a year, constant travel, little time for recovery. For Tiffany, the physical demands of wrestling were punishing, but it wasn't just the bumps and bruises of the ring. Behind the scenes, she was quietly battling health issues that few knew about. At first, they were minor: a nagging pain in her joints, unexplained fatigue, headaches that wouldn't go away. Like so many athletes, Tiffany brushed them off, believing that sheer determination could overcome anything. After all, the WWE lifestyle demands toughness, and showing weakness can feel like admitting defeat. But the warning signs kept coming. Friends backstage noticed that Tiffany seemed more exhausted than usual. Trainers reported that she needed longer to recover after matches. There were nights when she struggled to catch her breath, when her body refused to cooperate no matter how strong her will was. Doctors ran tests, but the results were inconclusive. Tiffany, ever the perfectionist, kept pushing forward. She refused to let anything derail her momentum. But inside, she knew something wasn't right. As her career skyrocketed, the toll on her body grew heavier. High-impact matches, risky stunts, and relentless travel exacerbated her mysterious condition. Privately, Tiffany began to experience severe flare-ups, sudden pain that left her unable to train, dizziness that forced her to cancel appearances, and chronic fatigue that made even the simplest tasks feel impossible. WWE officials, initially unaware of the severity of her issues, continued to book her in marquee matches. Tiffany, unwilling to disappoint fans, kept saying yes. Then came the night everything changed. During a live event, Tiffany suffered a frightening episode in the ring. Mid-match, she collapsed to one knee, struggling to breathe as the referee rushed to her side. The match was stopped immediately, and medical staff escorted her backstage as a stunned crowd watched in silence. Rumors spread like wildfire across social media. Was it a concussion, a heart problem, a hidden injury? WWE released only a brief statement, citing medical evaluation, but the truth was far more complicated. In the days that followed, Tiffany underwent a series of exhaustive medical tests. The results were sobering. Doctors discovered an underlying autoimmune disorder that had been silently attacking her body for months, possibly years. The condition, though treatable, was aggravated by physical stress and impact, the very essence of professional wrestling. Every bump in the ring, every grueling workout, every cross-country flight increased her risk of serious complications. Continuing to wrestle, doctors warned, could lead to permanent damage. It wasn't a matter of if, but when. For Tiffany, the diagnosis was devastating. Wrestling wasn't just a job. It was her passion, her identity, her dream come true. To give it up felt unimaginable. Those close to her say she wrestled, both literally and emotionally, with the decision for weeks. Could she take time off to recover? Could she change her style to protect her health? Could she fight through it, as she had fought through everything else in her life? But every option came with the same conclusion. If she stayed in the ring, she was risking her future, and possibly her life. Finally, after agonizing deliberation, Tiffany made the unthinkable choice. She informed WWE officials that she would be stepping away from professional wrestling, permanently. The company, though heartbroken, supported her decision. Behind the scenes, executives praised her courage and promised to keep the door open should her condition ever improve. But for Tiffany, the decision was final. Her health had to come first. When Tiffany went public with the news, the WWE universe was blindsided. In a heartfelt statement released on social media, she wrote, "Wrestling has been the greatest adventure of my life, but my health must come before anything else. I am stepping away to focus on my recovery and my future. This is not the ending I wanted, but it's the one I have to choose." Within minutes, her post went viral. Fans flooded Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok with messages of love and support. Hashtags like #ThankYouTiffany and #ForeverCenter of the Universe trended worldwide. Fellow wrestlers shared emotional tributes, recounting stories of Tiffany's kindness, her work ethic, and her relentless drive. Inside the WWE locker room, the mood was somber. Superstars who had shared the ring with Tiffany spoke of her infectious energy and unwavering dedication. Charlotte Flair called her a once-in-a-generation talent. Becky Lynch praised her unshakable spirit. Even rivals who had faced her in brutal matches expressed admiration for the grace with which she handled her exit. For a performer who had always seemed larger than life, Tiffany's vulnerability made her more human, and more beloved, than ever before. As the days passed, fans began to reflect on what Tiffany Stratton had accomplished in such a short time. In just a few years, she had transformed from a promising rookie into one of WWE's most talked-about superstars. Her matches were must-see events, her promos were viral sensations, and her presence elevated every show she appeared on. She had not only inspired a new generation of female wrestlers but also reminded fans of what made WWE so special: the ability to create moments of magic that live forever, even when careers are cut short. But Tiffany's story doesn't end with heartbreak. Those close to her say she is determined to turn this setback into a new beginning. In her announcement, she hinted at future projects outside the ring. "This isn't goodbye," she wrote. "It's a new chapter." Sources reveal that Tiffany is exploring opportunities in fitness coaching, fashion design, and even broadcasting. Her charisma, intelligence, and star power make her a natural fit for television and media. Whatever path she chooses, there's little doubt she will succeed. After all, Tiffany Stratton has never been one to settle for ordinary. Behind